barely out of splash range. Looks like that barracks is going to burn down to the south. It might get that Reaper out, though, in time. LZgamer needs to pull out. 2 Vikings wailing against it, just barely coming out with a little bit of health, but the comm set to follow does, in fact, take it out. Still a Marauder, a Hellion, a Siege Tank, 2 Vikings nailing that bunker on the front. Looks like the rest of the troops in the back trying to deal with that barracks. I think, yeah, there is a Reaper, in fact, producing here to the south. The Reaper going to move out and be able to get some additional SCV kills, trying to get another starport up. The Vikings wandering up. Looks like they're going to die to that bunker on the front. LZgamer cloaking that Banshee to keep it alive. It's finally going to be able to take that Siege Tank out to seal that front door, but this is absolutely nuts. In the meantime, looks like we have a refinery built at the natural expansion. Nocturne just trying to get a little bit of extra gas at a distance. Wow, this is absolutely insane. So that wow, and LZgamer still taking damage from these Reapers. The Reapers just chasing it around, chasing these SCVs around. LZgamer down to 11 SCVs. He's sending in a counter Banshee. Looks like it's going to miss that Viking. He needs to do a ton of damage with this Banshee to stay in this match. Thiefy's able to do it. He's also got, wow, more factories, more Vikings being produced. He needs to be very, very careful with this. Doesn't look like there's any detection for quite some time. And he's got a lot of cloak, so it looks like he is going to be able to do a lot of damage to these SCVs. The Vikings continuing to move out towards the main. Not sure if Nocturne realizes this is happening. 3 Vikings moving out towards LZgamer's main. They're going to have to come back to deal with that Viking. Marines also there to help deal against those Vikings, so it's probably best to back off. Looks like he's going to reland that barracks. Finally, that Tech Lab that's all remains to the south. Nocturne trying to get up his natural expansion, but that Banshee doing a ton of damage. I think this Banshee had some kills before, but it looks like with those 17 kills able to do a lot of damage to Nocturne's economy, enough to set LZgamer up 15 SCVs versus 8. I'm actually kind of curious what the income, it looks like LZgamer is just doing really, really well in the income tab right now, well, obviously well ahead because Nocturne not mining at all, so up 700 for the moment. But Vikings continuing to press in. Another Banshee moving to the south, some Marines moving out. Looks like they want to try to do a dual-pronged attack. A Raven being built, and that Raven plus those Vikings is really going to neutralize those Banshees. LZgamer finally going to be able to take out that barracks at his natural expansion, clearing out everything that's been kind of taking over his main, his natural expansion, etc. He's trying to build some Vikings of his own. He actually probably needs to think about expanding himself, because he's otherwise going to run out of resources over the long term. So, where are we? Banshee continuing. It looks like he was able to get a kill on that natural expansion. Is going to get hunted down by that Raven. By, it looks like, a bunch of Vikings. 4 Vikings already moving out to try to deal with this. Fortunately for LZgamer, he's at least keeping the attacks off his main. Has 1 Viking of his own. It looks like he's going to continue to produce some Vikings to try to provide some air support. Those Vikings plus some Marines actually should be a pretty stalwart combination. And he really, yeah, this is actually good maneuver on his part to just sacrifice this Banshee at the main, even though he's going to probably lose it to that Raven Viking combination. It's at least keeping these Vikings back. And now that that's taken out, let's see if Nocturne does what he's been doing this entire match and gets aggressive. Nocturne's actually not in too shabby a position now because he does have that second command center up. He is going to be able to produce, oh, second Banshee getting taken out there. He is going to be able to get additional gas. He is going to be able to produce SCVs at a faster rate than LZgamer is. LZgamer still doesn't have any indication of building another command center, actually recycling the bunkers on his front door, moving out with, looks like a Marine of his, or sorry, an SCV of his own, a couple Vikings, 1 Viking getting caught out of position. Might get marked there. Careful, LZ. Moving in, it looks like he took some free damage right there, a little bit micro back and forth, and now Nocturne actually has to come back to his main to defend against this kind of skirmishing force moving forward. These Hellions, 4 Hellions, if these Marines aren't spread out, could do a lot of damage. And it looks like a distractionary attack. The Marines are really bunched up. It looks like a lot of them doing damage to the Vikings. The Vikings providing some distraction fire, but they're getting taken out really rapidly. I'm actually surprised that attack didn't turn out completely different and LZ didn't get completely wiped out, but it looks like he is going to be able to stop this natural expansion from mining. Immediately Nocturne lifting it up, trying to get a bunker. The bunker is there on the front door. That's going to deny. Let's see if he actually decides to recycle that to get some resources. That will deny, and it looks that deny that natural expansion. LZ, in the meantime, planting down 3 more barracks. He still has 2 starports and that factory running. Again, this is running in the red. He is getting taken out. Oh man, a Banshee up, and that Banshee can do a lot of damage to these Marines, especially with those Hellions underneath. You can see those Hellions just absolutely eating those Marines alive. That's stopping that building, that little foray cold. So bunker taken out before it could be recycled as well. 2 Vikings running up to take care of that Banshee. I don't think the Banshee has Cloak yet. Looks like Cloak is just near finishing, so a little bit of counterattack. I like what Nocturne's doing here as well. Instead of just abandoning the base or trying to just float it above that natural expansion, he's going to plant it in that bottom right-hand corner. He's not going to be able to transfer SCVs, but what he will be able to do is start mining there. It looks like a Viking hanging out, was able to take out one Viking that just came out of the starport. He's going to land it, try to kill a couple SCVs. SCVs coming off the line to try to attack this. And LZgamer, it looks like he is way ahead in SCVs, but keep in mind he's still nowhere near taking a natural expansion, which is going to hurt him economically. Starport has been halted, so it looks like an SCV taken off there. Let's see how long it takes Nocturne to get back to that. He's got a couple more troops moving out, but still it's going to be 2 bases producing. It looks like a Banshee actually managed to get some kills to the north. Not too many. It looks like that was taken care of pretty rapidly by LZgamer, which actually really nice. He's he's going to build a command center inside of his base very safely, considering the absolute ridiculous amount of stuff he survived against thus far in the match. Nocturne starting to supply that bottom right. LZgamer going for a counterattack with a Viking and a Banshee. Only a Viking to try to defend oppositionally. It looks like some more Vikings being produced by Nocturne, so he might be able to defend this, and this is going to be a really close match still nonetheless. The Viking, or sorry, the Banshee getting distracted by that Hellion running out to the natural expansion, almost sacrificially there. Viking able to run up. It doesn't look like it's going to win that one-on-one match. Still some Cloak, and oh, it's going to be, looks like 6 energy off. Let's see if LZgamer is going to have the presence of mind to move this off when there's that cloaking, when there's that comsat with the cloaking, and it looks like he is in fact going to end up losing his Banshee, which hurts a lot, but he's still depleted and throwing in some more Marines. The Hellion right there to take care of them, though. So he's now being aggressive. Wow, look at the burnt corpses on the ground. Looks like Nocturne starting to mine out of that bottom right-hand corner. He's just at 12 SCVs. Looks like LZgamer does have that economic advantage because he's got 20. But yeah, he still needs to lift off and take his own natural expansion, producing a lot of Marines, some Vikings, and a Raven to try to move out 2 more Vikings. So it's going to be a Viking, Raven, Marine force. And with that, if he can get enough energy to get a point defense drone, that could really be kind of a game changer. Those Marines are actually going to provide some excellent support in the meantime. Natural expansion now up for LZgamer. Keep in mind that Nocturne having that bottom right-hand base behind those rocks, he's really not going to be able to support that. Nocturne being aggressive, and it looks like a Raven moving up, and that's actually the Raven kind of throwing Nocturne off. He's going to back up. I think he did have superior number of Vikings, but they had less health, and plus those Marines underneath, he had to back off that attack. So only 1 Viking left. In kind of dire straits. He's got another Raven, a couple Hellions, trying to produce some more Vikings for himself, but you can just see his base is almost completely mined out. He's only got 14 SCVs. He's not able to saturate as quickly on as LZgamer is at his natural, and a big army of Marines is now marching towards his front door. So it looks like he's going to have to defend another attack from LZgamer after a very crazy match, and this could be the deciding one right here. Marines marching in. It looks like a couple Hellions underneath, a couple Vikings above, and 1 Raven. Let's see if this Raven can plant an auto turret to kind of support this. The Marines very bunched up. Oh man, I feel like there was an opportunity missed actually to attack those Marines while they were bunched, but it looks like he's just going to back off and try to attack from another angle. That Raven very quickly taken out by the Vikings, and that is going to be GG. Hope you guys enjoyed it. An excellent match between LZgamer and Nocturne. Action packed. Thanks for listening.